Welcome back to the Ricky Matthews Show from the Citizen Bank Studio. I enjoyed that conversation with Mayor Billy Knight from Moss Point. And now we're going to shift gears. It's kind of Jackson County Day on the Ricky Matthews Show. Now we have the mayor of the city of Pascagoula, my friend, Jay Willis. And I do say friend because I respect the heck out of him. And I enjoy catching up with him. And I love what he's doing after a terrific career as a dentist and then an entrepreneur in that space. Deciding to become the mayor of the city of Pascagoula. It is a long line of mayors in coastal Mississippi that have decided to give back. And, of course, Jay Willis is among that long line of leaders. Jay, how you been, my friend?
Everything's great, Ricky. It's nice being with you this morning. Thank you for the invitation to be here.
Yeah, listen, if people are watching on SuperTalk TV or Facebook or YouTube or whatever, we both have our red shirts on. You have your white hair and I have my white hat. But we both, we feel like we might have color coordinated today.
It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. My hair was brown. I promise you. Of course, I also had a really nice brown beard at the time. But yeah, it's white.
Yeah, it's sneaky. I looked in the mirror not long ago, and I was like, when did I start looking old? What's interesting? I've always been very focused on, taking care of myself. I run or walk many, many miles every week and have for over 40 years. I've worked out with weights for over 40 years. My dad died in 1979. He was 44. I was 21. I found him dead. It really kind of changed my life in a lot of ways, but I decided that I didn't want to die young. I'm going to do everything in my power to kind of stay on top of it. But more recently, I decided to lose some weight. It's not that I really needed to lose weight, but I did. I lost 30 pounds. And the problem with losing 30 pounds is you lose it all over you say, okay, I'm going to lose it here, but you don't get to choose that. Some of it comes from inside of you. Some of it comes from your legs. Some of it comes from your face. And what I noticed about losing 30 pounds in me when I look in the mirror is I can see the wrinkles a little bit better. And I'm thinking, man, when did I get old? That was the thought that I had. But time flies, doesn't it?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm right there with you. No question about it. But life's
Hey, listen
good.
real quick. Yeah, before we get too deep, I haven't seen any posts from Tanner in a while, your son-in-law. But I bet the grandkids are getting big. Just thinking about their DNA. But how the kids doing?
Ricky, everybody's doing great. Their oldest, Clark, got his driver's license or is getting his driver's license, and there's talk about a truck, but he's playing football for Ocean Springs High School and had some playing time as a 10th grader in some of the playoff games. So we're real proud of Clark. Andrew's doing great. He's at St. Patrick. And then, of course, we've got 6 more grandchildren here in Pascagoula, and they're growing up entirely too quickly. I had 3 of them helping me do Christmas decorations yesterday. Now, if that wasn't a treat.
Hey, listen, when I got done with my shows yesterday, this was we were recording the show. So when I got done with some pre-recorded shows, one of the things I was going to do is immediately hit the yard. And our grandson Brody was here, which I love that. And I was thinking I was going to grab him and let him go help me do that. And Ann said, can you skip doing the outdoor decorations and instead take Brody fishing? Because that's what he wants to do. And I said, sure. So that's what I did. We went and grabbed the boat. We caught some fresh shrimp and pogies on the pier, and then we went fishing. And then after that, we fished for about an hour and a half, and we got a couple of bites, but it wasn't great. With live shrimp and pogies. And he said, why don't we go to that little hole up at the river? And we did, and with artificials, and we caught some beautiful speckled trout. Oh my gosh, it was a great day. So it turned out great. But listen, when you're our age and you have the beauty of having our grandkids nearby, isn't it great to be able to turn on the dime to do anything that's going to make them happy? Good Lord.
We're such a blessing.
We're so blessed.
Such a blessing.
It really is.
Our daughter, Catherine, worked for Trent Lott in Washington for a couple of years after she finished her master's. And I was accepting the fact that we probably would have to get on a plane to go see her and her future family at any time. And then, thank goodness, Haley Barber brought her back to Mississippi, and she worked at Chevron a while. And to have all 3 daughters and all 8 grandchildren within just 15 or 20 miles is certainly something we could have never imagined. It is truly a wonderful thing.
Well, look, I had 3 kids. 2 are here on the coast. One lives in New York City. He's marrying a girl from L.A., and she lives in New York City. They both love the big city life. There's literally no chance that they're coming home. So we're going to be going to visit our grandkids in the ultimate city of New York City, and they're going to be, they're going to. I don't know how you raise a family in New York City, but all their friends do, and they figure it out. But it's a lot different than what we're doing here in coastal Mississippi, and it's we'll make adjustments for sure. Well, listen, how you been? How's the city doing? What's as we move into the holidays? What's the word from Pascagoula these days?
Things are great. We have so many good things happening here, Ricky, and so many on the horizon. We are finishing up the work out in the East Powder part of town on our East Pascagoula Police Substation. It's a $3.5 million project on the corner of Mobile and Chico. And it's going to be a game changer for that part of town. The police presence out there is really needed, and we're so excited about that. It's looking great. They've got a canine training area and a motorcycle training area that we haven't had in the city there as a part of that substation. And it's going to be manned 24 hours a day. We're excited. Last week, we had a groundbreaking for a big project that we've been waiting on for years. The old ice house development on Highway 90, just as you're coming into Pascagoula over the high-rise bridge. It's right there on the north side of the street, and it's going to be so visible, and it's going to be so well done. Investors from New Orleans, Bill Leger, and his partner, Jordan Nico, are doing that project, and it's starting out with $15 million, and who knows where it could go beyond that. But the first phase is underway, coming out of the ground, and we are celebrating because it's such a big step, a historic day for the city, because that is such a historic property.
It really is. And listen, you and I have not talked since we have passenger train service, and you think about what's happening, downtown related to that. Man, things are happening fast now, aren't they?
Oh, man. I'm talking to people every day who are back and forth from Mobile or New Orleans on the train and having a wonderful time. The train station in New Orleans is within an easy walk, not only of the Superdome or the Smoothie King Center, but also the World War II Museum. And people who had not even seen the World War II Museum are taking the opportunity to ride to New Orleans, spend the day, come back at the end of the day. And it's a leisurely, comfortable ride with really nice people on the train taking care of you while you're doing it. Amtrak's been a great, great addition to our city.
Listen, I brag about it often, but what's happening in downtown right now is just incredible. And I'm always reminded, and I've mentioned it to you before, when Haley Barbour, after Hurricane Katrina, often said that the federal government, state government will help people get back on their knees, but it's private investment that's going to help people get back on their feet. And his goal was to get infrastructure right, to get the planning necessary after Katrina that needed to happen, so that there was a framework for private investment to take place. You think about the historic district that was created in downtown Pascagoula and all the potential incentives related to that and other programs. Once you get all those things in place and the private investment starts to happen, then that creates additional private investment, and it kind of feeds off of itself. And what's happened in the downtown Pascagoula area related to that, it's just been something to observe. And I bet your phone is constantly still even ringing today with new opportunities for, mixed use and other opportunities downtown. It's awesome to see, isn't it?
It's amazing. For so many years, for really decades, we've had very little investment in Pascagoula, private investment, except for hurricane repairs, that sort of thing. But when we were able to begin offering financial incentives to private investment in the downtown area and on Highway 90, and now we're heading out to East Pascagoula, planning on doing the same thing, it has been a game changer. We have so many people who are hearing of what's going on in Pascagoula and the success we've had with the Pascagoula Redevelopment Authority. and the grant program. It's amazing to me that we truly are having other communities across the state calling and saying, "Hey, what's the trick? What are y'all doing right that we could possibly do?" And I can't imagine that anybody's ever asked Pascagoula for economic development advice and success, but it's happening and it's very real. But you're right, it has taken time. The PRA, our Redevelopment Authority, was formed in 2011. Now, putting it into perspective, that was 6 years after Katrina. We had the BP oil spill along in there. We had the financial crisis of 2008. We really got a triple whammy there. And it took a while, but within the last, I don't know, 5, 6 years, things have really turned around in Pascagoula.
Again, it feeds off of one another. And, I had long conversation with Jordan Nico about the opportunities, when he first came over there and rode around. And I think he was literally putting bids on property before he left on his first visit. But when you get developers like that, they bring other people to the table, and people like Joe Cloyd. And it just kind of takes care of itself. When we come back on the other side, we'll continue our conversation with Jay Willis from Pascagoula. We'll see you after this break. Welcome back to the Ricky Matthews Show from the Citizens Bank Studio. We're visiting with Mayor Jay Willis from the city of Pascagoula, a retired dentist, but he's giving back to his community. It's awesome to see. But hey, Mayor, listen, you think about we've talked about Eastern Pascagoula. We've certainly talked about downtown. The industrial base is legendary in Jackson County. But the one thing that you need is a marina, and you've got a vision for a marina. I can envision already coming there, sitting outside, and having a po' boy or whatever it might be, and looking out over that beautiful marsh area, and knowing that I have access. If I keep my boat there, I have like almost immediate access to deep water and Horn Island or Petty Boyce or even further. You got to be excited about the vision for a marina for Pascagoula.
It's a real big deal. We have been talking about a municipal marina for Pascagoula for probably 10 years, and planning and trying to get the pieces to fit together. And now they're fitting. We have the funding for the first phase, which is underway now, which is infrastructure on the little peninsula out there, just north of the high-rise bridge. It used to be an old seafood processing plant out there that moved on, and the property is just perfect for what our plans are for the marina. In addition to the marina, the last couple of years we've had a private investor, who wanted to come in and said, "I really believe what we need in Pascagoula is a dry storage area for boats with valet service to pull the boats off the shelf, put them in the water, make sure they're full of gas and beer and ice. If you're coming to Pascagoula, or if you're in Pascagoula and want to take your boat out, it's going to be sitting on the dock waiting for you. And when you finish, we'll clean it up, put gas in it, put it back on the shelf." And that's something we really haven't had in a very long time in Pascagoula. And it's a beautiful, beautiful development that we've got going. It's happening.
It is. It's necessary, man. People want access. They want to be able to make that phone call. We've seen it in other parts of coastal Mississippi, and it's going to be popular here. And its proximity to, again, being able to get to fishing water rapidly is pretty incredible. And a lot of people don't fish. They just want to go enjoy their days out of Petty Boyce or Horn Island or whatever it might be. This is going to be quick access.
As important as it is to get out to the islands, we are the probably closest, quickest location to get there from the new marina we're talking about. But it's also the Pascagoula River. It's amazing the freshwater things that are happening up the river, and the beautiful, beautiful view. It is the largest flowing, unimpeded river in the continental United States. And it is just as natural as it can be. And it's such a beautiful place up the river.
Yeah, listen, I've when I was publisher of the Sun Herald, we spent a lot of time keeping the focus on it because, as you pointed out, the way I said it, the largest undammed waterway in the United States, and it is for people who don't appreciate this jewel, this unbelievable jewel, which is the Pascagoula River complex. Just go to Google Earth and study it. Look, see the opening into the Mississippi Sound, and then kind of trace up and see this unbelievable estuarine complex that is the Pascagoula River. It is the crown jewel, really, of Mississippi when it comes to talking about how important it is. So you're right to bring my focus back to what happens when you move north from this new marina. What an awesome opportunity. And you listen, the ecotourism that goes with that is like off the charts, and it's going to be really, really important. And you listen, that's going to bring a dimension that's going to, in so many different ways, help the city. And I know you're super excited about it.
We are, and it's absolutely going to impact the quality of life of all of our citizens. It's going to give them the opportunities they haven't had to be on the water, in the water, and absolutely enjoying what all we have to offer. The riverfront's an amazing place, and we're developing down there. We have new condominiums and places to live, and Joe Cloyd's been working on the Anchor Square area, and he has senior citizen living there. Gosh, it's just a great place to be, and natural resources that so many other communities don't have. We've got everything right here in Pascagoula.
Listen, Joe Cloyd has had so much success. I've known him since he worked as an aide-de-camp for Governor Haley Barbour. I worked closely with Joe after the storm when he was tasked to work with the governor's recovery effort. A lawyer told me many years ago, and this is true more so today, that if Joe brings a project to you, don't even look to analyze it. Just say yes, because everything he's touched has turned to gold. He's been incredibly successful, and he figured out how to do it. And when you can attract someone like that to your city, it's good for everybody. That is for sure. Listen, Mayor, we're out of town. The next time we talk, we'll talk more about public safety and the fire department and all that. We don't want to give them short shrift. So the next time we talk, we'll put that on the agenda for sure. It's been a pleasure to spend some time with you, my friend.
Thank you, Ricky. It's always a pleasure. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. This has been Mayor Jay Willis from the city of Pascagoula. Listen, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.